2025 is officially here, and I am so excited to share a little more about my coaching programming that I will be launching out this month. As of yesterday, officially enrollment is open, and I cannot wait to share a little more of the details with you if you're someone who's looking for a little more direction when it comes to your inside out wellness and your personal women's health journey. So, for those of you that might be newer to following me, my name is Erin Trier. I'm a mom of four. I'm a women's health coach. I am incredibly passionate about walking alongside women on their health journey, and it brings me great joy to launch out my new programming this year. So, over the past 6 months or so, I have been coaching women one to one inside of my 12-week wellness program. And this year, I'm continuing on with that as a one to one coaching option, but I'm also rolling out a group programming option. And this is something that I'm really excited about because there are pieces to things that I've learned inside of my own coaching programming where I've wanted to bring a little bit more group capacity, group camaraderie, community back into the things that I'm doing. And so that's why I'm so excited about the group. So let's talk about the different options. I actually have 4 different options that you can enroll in if that's something that you're interested in. And before I dive into the details, I want to preface this with saying, please feel free to send me an email, a message on Instagram, get in touch in any way that may work for you if you feel like you have questions or you want to learn more about exactly what it looks like to work with me when it comes to lifestyle coaching, women's health coaching, and working on your unique female physiology when it comes to your health and wellness and so much more. So I want to dive into the details. And we're going to talk about the different levels of my programming. So, in a nutshell, I want to share that this initial launch is a 12-week program initiative. So whether that's you come into the group coaching, you come into the group plus one-to-one coaching, or you start with group one-to-one and get connected to the functional medicine practitioner I partner with inside of one of my brand partnerships, this is a 12-week kickstart into 2025. So as far as the things that are included inside my programming, we go through a very customized one-stop shop kind of structure. So I have everything inside a very personalized app, which is off of social media. We go through a very unique health assessment in the beginning to really assess where you are inside of your lifestyle and what your specific health and wellness goals are. Related to coaching, my strategy is really focused on how do I help you understand hormone-supportive habits from every facet of wellness. So not only fitness and nutrition and really talking about what those pieces look like for your lifestyle, but we also talk about relationships. We also talk about mental health and emotional health. We talk about our environment and our lifestyle, and we really go through what are the most hormone-supportive habits that I can build into every facet of my life to make sure I'm really nurturing my wellness well. So that's in a nutshell what the coaching strategy is. From a fitness and nutrition standpoint, depending on the package or depending on the programming that works for you, my group programming is going to be more generalized. So I will give you a basic plan to follow and customize in your own capacity related to fitness and nutrition and some guidance on those things. But if you go into more one-to-one coaching, that's where I get highly personalized. We go deeper dive. I give you a very specific structure and calendar to follow. We go deeper on nutrition and come up with a personalized nutrition strategy that works for you based on your goals. That's much more highly personalized. It's not as general. So that's the biggest thing to understand when it comes to fitness and nutrition. As far as training, I'm actually going to start to train women through my unique coaching methodology, which I call the Empower Method. And that's something that we're going to start to dive into inside of this program, specifically the group atmosphere, where we're going to be talking through different facets of wellness. We're going to be talking through what's hormone supportive, what's not. And we're going to be looking at the holistic picture of health and really figuring out how can we do a little bit of unlearning so we can really relearn what's going to serve our longevity health the best. There's also going to be some group coaching calls involved in the programming, and I'm also going to be creating a workbook that will help you guide yourself through the different levels of the training, the different levels of the calls, give you some places to give you very strategic reflection, and also allow you to track and stay accountable to the habits that you're slowly starting to build. So in a nutshell, that is the 12-week program. And depending on the package or the option that you choose, you can either stay more in the group setting, which is not as much of an investment, or you can go into higher level one-to-one coaching with me and the group, or you can go even more than that, higher level one-to-one plus support from the functional medicine practitioner I partner with inside of my brand partnership sync. So a lot of great options. In the show notes of this podcast is the link to all of the details as far as looking at the different options and how you can get plugged in alongside the form to actually enroll. So if you have any questions about enrollment or getting set up with the package options, just keep me posted. So I want to quickly talk about two concepts that I teach inside of my programming to really help you understand what it is that I do and why it's specifically unique. So the first thing is one of the things that I teach inside of my programs as a coach is this concept of the wellness bucket blueprint. And this is something that I teach women about because I want women to really understand that health is this holistic view. It is so much more than just fitness and nutrition. And so often inside the wellness space, we are shown or shared the fitness and nutrition program that we need to follow in order to really take care of our health well. And I will never be one to say that fitness and nutrition are not important. I'm a certified personal trainer and a nutrition coach. I went through precision nutrition for my nutrition certification, and fitness and nutrition are the foundations of wellness. They are massively important when it comes to really nurturing our wellness well and setting ourselves up for success when it comes to longevity. The thing that I want to really expand our knowledge around is how much we also need to be paying attention to these other facets of wellness beyond just the fitness and nutrition focuses that we implement into our regimen day to day. So that means our relational health, our emotional health, our mental health, our spiritual health, our lifestyle and environment. What are we doing in all of these different capacities as well? And how are we nurturing every little piece in some capacity? That is really what I teach. I teach this holistic view for women. And then on top of that, I teach women how to really think about this concept of the wellness bucket blueprint through the hormone health lens. What does that mean? I teach women how to understand their female physiology, understand their uniqueness, essentially what their hormones are doing every month and how their hormone health plays a role in how they feel day in and day out in their wellness. And so on top of the wellness bucket blueprint, I also teach you how to think about your health in a very hormone supportive way. And how are we crafting habits very strategically to think about nurturing these facets of wellness in a way that really serves your unique body and your unique brain. And so that is why what I do is very different, because it's not just a blanketed calendar or a one size fits all strategy or plan where I just give you something and you follow it without going deeper on your specific uniqueness. That is why it's different. And that's really what I wanted to call to your attention. The other thing that I want to talk a little bit about related to what's unique inside my programming is within the 12 weeks of the group specifically, which everyone will have access to. My one-to-ones will also have access to the group. Inside the group, every few weeks is a different topic or focus. And this will go through my Empower method, is what I call it. And this is essentially teaching women about this concept of the wellness bucket blueprint, this concept of hormone supportive habits. How are we thinking about our health in a very holistic view? And how can we continue to learn about these different facets in a very manageable way in order to really help craft wellness in a way that feels good for our longevity. So we start with embracing mind-body literacy. And this is a concept that I learned from one of my mentors inside of the Sync partnership. And I'm so incredibly grateful for the opportunity to teach you some of the baseline knowledge around this and give you more exposure for the opportunity to dive into Sync programming that was created by one of my mentors, Jenny Swisher, because it is such an incredibly powerful piece of information